Hello YouTubers, this is Shibu. In this channel I talk about technology and travel. In today's video I wanted to talk about how fresh graduates who are interested to get into the IT industry in India, what can they do to prepare themselves with their skill sets so that they are readily hireable, or they are more competitive to get into the IT industry. So before I get started, I'll give you a quick introduction about myself. I'm the founder and CTO of a company called Cabot Technology Solutions. We are based in Cochin. We are a software services company. Every year we hire at least 10 people fresh from the colleges, so we do have a recruiting drive. So hopefully my experience doing recruiting from these colleges will be useful for you. So number one, your project work. So every BTech, BE or bachelor's degree in technology field, they have to do some kind of project work, or they have to do an internship at a college. So these two are kind of mandatory things in most undergraduate courses, right? So what I've seen in a large majority of the students who apply for jobs or who cannot get placed from their campus, it's very difficult for them to explain what the project was, what the architecture of the project is, what their role in the project was. We never got very satisfactory answers. So we thought more often the reason is because they usually copied these projects, or they just borrowed it, or they didn't have much role in the project. So actually do the project yourself. Get some experience in all the various aspects of it, like database design, programming logic, algorithms. I'm sure your project would require all these things, right? So your project is actually the first step for you to, it's like a real life opportunity for you to actually learn these technologies. So please take that opportunity, do the project yourself, have a good understanding about it, to be prepared to explain what that project is, and so on. The second advice I would have is learn some extra skills, like take a course on a software language. Maybe it can be Python, it can be JavaScript, or it can be Linux or .NET, whatever it may be, whatever technology that you may be interested in. Take a step to learn some new technology, and maybe you can sign up for a course. The other choice is to go to an institute. There might be institutes that will help you learn a course to get certified. Maybe, for example, Red Hat. You can take Red Hat certification, or you can take a Microsoft certification, or you can take an AWS certification. What this demonstrates to the recruiter is that you have taken initiative to learn something. You have the interest, you are very keen to learn technology. So you have taken the first steps to learn it. So that's a very positive sign for the recruiter. So the third skill I wanted to talk about is soft skills. Soft skills basically professional skills, professional skills that you cannot be taught. This is not taught in colleges. You will have to learn it by yourself. You'll have to. This also comes through experience and your surroundings. But this is something you can learn. There's lots of self-help videos on internet, on YouTube. You can, watch them and practice these skills. So things that are included in soft skills include communication skills, leadership skills, problem solving, self-motivation, positive attitude, and taking initiatives. I've actually taken some notes here, so I'm looking at my notes to talk to you about it. Other things include responsibility, time management, how do you perform under pressure? Are you a flexible person? How do you deal with conflicts? So in work environments, there's going to be all kinds of conflicts. So how do you deal with conflicts? So all these come under soft skills. So one of the most important points that I'd like to talk about today is about communication. And communication is key if you have to get into a good job, right? You need to communicate effectively. Now that is not just in English, mind you, because there is a misunderstanding that you need to be able to speak very good English, and sometimes people are also discouraged because maybe they cannot speak good English. But that is not the point. Your communication should also be good in one of your native languages, right? So you should be effectively be able to convey your ideas, your thoughts. You should be able to brainstorm even in your native language. So that takes me to the next point. English. English is something that is required in our industry. A lot of clients that you would be working with would be abroad. A lot of colleagues that you would be working with may have come from different parts of India. So a common medium of language is English. In India, English is predominantly used. So be comfortable speaking in English. So maybe you have to practice that, maybe in your college or with your friends, or sign up for a course. I don't know. There are a lot of different ways how to develop your language. So included in communication also is how do you writing skills. So when you write an email, if you're applying for a job, your email has to be crisp. It should not have any spelling mistakes. It should have the right pronunciation. It should have the right punctuations, right capitalization. Don't use short forms like you would use in WhatsApp. So the reason I'm bringing up these is because a lot of emails that we get actually has these problems. People write very one sentence emails. It's completely there is no clue on how to write a proper email. So that's something that you have to learn. How do I write a proper email? You can Google it. There will be a lot of blogs. Find out how to write a proper email. The other thing about communication also is how you present yourself. Right, your resume has to be impeccable. It has to be a good format. It needs to be well written with no typos, no spelling mistakes. It has to be expressive. It shouldn't look like a copy and paste from someone else. The other thing also, in IT as a professional, nowadays everybody is on social media, so it's kind of assumed that you have some kind of social presence. So get a profile on LinkedIn, get a profile maybe on Twitter. I'm not saying you have to get it everywhere, but at least LinkedIn for starters. Get a good profile, get a good picture of yourself, put your achievements in there, because some recruiters might look you up. They might search your name, and or you can even link your write your LinkedIn profile in your resume. If you are a good artist, or if you love taking photographs, have an Instagram profile. Put your photographs there. It might not mean a lot to the IT industry, but it somehow gives a feeling to the recruiter that you are an outgoing person. You have different interests, and it actually builds up your personality. So point number 4 is you need to have a general awareness and general knowledge about what the industry is about. More often I've found candidates who had good marks, who scored very high in written examinations. They have very poor knowledge about what the industry is all about, what we do, and what their job is going to be like. And unfortunately, that's probably a drawback of our education system. For a recruiter, very disappointing when a candidate with high marks and very good score in the written examinations, they are not able to answer basic general knowledge question about their industry. So you need to read a lot. In this day and age, you have no excuse, because everybody's got their mobile, everybody's spending so much time on their mobile every day. So please read the news, tech news. Be interested in these areas, because that's the only way we can gauge that you know something about the industry, that you are really interested in this industry, and so on. Be able to speak about what the new trends are in the industry. So this is very important. So the last point would be, when you are in college, some of the courses are important for your job, right? I wouldn't say all of them are important, but some of the courses are important. And for example, if you have data structures and algorithms, that is an important course that you should pay special attention in, right? Because there are chances that the interviewer will ask about certain algorithms and to explain certain algorithms, or even write an algorithm. So you should be able to write an algorithm, explain how it works, and so on. Another could be a database design. You should know how to write SQL scripts. Guys, if you like this video, do subscribe and like. That'll let me know that people are interested in the subject, and that'll give me some motivation to make more videos on these areas. Okay, thanks for watching my video, and looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye.